How artificial intelligence, or AI, is transforming education in our schools, and not always for good. The latest computer software that can simulate human intelligence with such precision, they can give full answers to exam questions and write long essays in seconds. And they're so sophisticated it can be difficult for teachers to detect them. One of them is called ChatGPT and has even passed law exams. Well, it's now banned from schools and colleges in several countries, but so far not in the UK. But some say the new tech is so revolutionary we need to embrace it and learn how to use it ourselves. Martin Stew investigates AI's impact and how effective it can be.
In addition to general education, they have special technical courses. And as you see, the school is admirably planned and equipped.
Secretarial skills in the 50s turned to Sinclair Spectrums in the 80s. From little BBC acorns...
Yes, can't we do something more complicated than X squared or X cubed?
Computers in schools have grown from a novelty to a necessity. But the evolution of IT in education is heading for a revolution, powered by artificial intelligence.
I am a machine learning model that...
One tool, ChatGPT, can instantly provide fluently written, bespoke answers to any home or coursework question you can think of.
To visualise the text exchange, we've used an extra bit of AI to create an avatar of ChatGPT's answers. It's good to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
You're not a person, so what are you?
No, I am not a person. I am a computer program, also known as a machine learning model. Think of me as a really smart computer that can understand and talk like a human.
So how do you create your answers?
I create my answers by using the information that has been taught to me by my creators. They have fed me a lot of information from books, websites and other sources so that I can understand what you say and respond to it.
So how effective is it?
OK, so I've asked you to produce a piece on the ethical dilemma of AI.
We asked ChatGPT to answer the same question as these pupils at Caterham High School.
Thank you.
So Richard, 2 of the 8 bits of homework I gave you were generated by AI. Any guesses which ones?
Well, I picked 2 here that I thought were generated by the AI algorithm. Some of the language I would assume was not their own.
You've got one of them right.
Yeah.
The other one was written by a kid. Is this a power for good or is this something that's dangerous?
I think it's both. Kids will abuse it. So who here has used the technology so far?
Students are already more across the tech than many teachers.
Who knows anyone that's maybe submitted work from this technology and submitted it as their own?
You can use it to point you in the right direction for things like research, but at the same time you can use it to hammer out an essay in about 5 seconds that's worthy of an A.
You've been there working for months and suddenly someone comes up there with an amazing essay and he has just copied it from the internet.
If it becomes like big, then a lot of students would want to use AI to help them with their homework because it's tempting.
And is that something teachers can stop?
Not really.
Are you going to have to change the sort of homework, the sort of assignments you give, knowing that you can be fooled by something like this?
Yeah, 100%. I think using different skills of reasoning and rationalisation and things like that to present what they understand about a topic.
In America, ChatGPT passed graduate-level law exams. Its use has now been outlawed by schools in New York City, several states in Australia, and some universities in France and India. The government here has no plans to ban, but says it's talking regularly to schools and exam boards to stop cheating.
I think we should definitely be excited.
Professor Rose Lucken says we should embrace the technology, not fear it.
This is a game changer.
And that teachers should no longer teach information itself, but how to use it.
There's a need for radical change. And it's not just to the assessment system, it's to the education system overall. Because our systems have been designed for a world pre-artificial intelligence. They just aren't fit for purpose anymore. What we have to do is ensure that students are ready for the world that will become increasingly augmented with artificial intelligence.
My guess is you can't put the genie back in the bottle.
You can't.
So how do you mitigate this?
We have to embrace it, but we also need to say that if they are going to use that technology, they've got to make sure that they reference that.
Can you trust them to do that?
I think ethically, if we're talking about ethics behind this whole thing, we have to have trust.
But can we be sure AI itself is being truthful?
You should trust me because my creators have made sure that I give accurate and helpful information. It's important to remember that I am just a tool. And like any tool, it depends on how it is used. If my creators use me for good, then I can be helpful. But if they use me for bad, then I could be harmful. So it's important to make sure that people use me and other tools like me responsibly.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
AI tools are being developed to try and spot computer-generated answers, but that may just be a sticking plaster fix. Learning how to use, not abuse, this transformative tech is the long-term goal. Martin Stew, ITV News.